Promises fading after a while. Every word like a loaded dice. Every truth came wrapped in lies. I kept believing what you sold. Turned my heart into your home. But every crack inside these walls shows the truth behind it all. I tried to fix what you denied, but truth can't live where secrets hide. I'm walking out your house of lies. Brick by brick it falls tonight. No more tears, no more disguise. I'm done living in your house of lies. Your pretty words can't pull me back. All your stories fade to black. Watch it crumble in my eyes. I'm done living in your house of lies. Every sorry sound is sweet, but the truth was underneath. Every time I looked your way, there was something you wouldn't say. I was drowning in your game. Every promise felt the same. Now the smoke has cleared away, and I'm finally walking away. I gave you chances, one too many, but broken trust won't heal for any. I'm walking out your house of lies. Brick by brick it falls tonight. No more tears, no more disguise. I'm done living in your house of lies. Your pretty words can't pull me back. All your stories fade to black. Watch it crumble in my eyes. I'm done living in your house of lies. No more shadows in the hall. No more pictures on the wall. Everything we tried to be was never built on honesty. I'm walking out your house of lies. Let it burn into the night. No more tears, no more disguise. I'm done living in your house of lies. Brick by brick it fades away. Nothing left for me to stay. Watch it crumble in my eyes. Goodbye to your house of
Boring! This show is completely boring! 4 weeks. 4 weeks. We put the title on Darby Allin for 4 weeks to get him to New York to ask for MJF's hair. Oh my God, man. Listen, man, you fooled me. You got me, man. You got me. Listen, I thought I was expecting something logical. Something fun. Something with a little creativity. Fuck me, I guess, man. What do you want? What do you want, man? It's AEW. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back on Wednesday night. Jesse's here with me. And we're going to talk about this boring program. But on this Wednesday night, first, I want to know, what the fuck are you guys drinking? I'll see you over there. This isn't about errors. It also isn't about excuses. WWE has failed creatively. AEW has failed fundamentally. So why did Triple H lose the plot? Why did Tony Khan abandon everything that made AEW special? Because nobody is committed to the one thing that actually matters: long-term booking. What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining me right here on Off the Script. This is your AEW Dynamite post show for May 6th, 2026. I'm your host, JD from New York. As always, coming to you live from the OTS venue inside my mother's basement. Thank you guys so very much for joining us on this Wednesday evening, wherever you may be, joined by the one and only Chi-Town Smart. What's going on, bro?
Hello.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing, man?
I have to search for a new gimmick opening. I've been banned.
You've been banned. Yes.
I don't know what to
Thank
do
you for
anymore.
remembering, though. I appreciate that.
Hey, man, of course, man. We gotta stick together with the YouTube algorithm, man.
I know. I'm still waiting for that caution, that warning to go away, man. It won't go away till July.
I can't believe nobody's reversed that yet.
Nobody. It's we're doomed, man. I've given up.
Unbelievable.
I wanted to give up on this show tonight, man. You know.
Oh boy, it was.
We actually did. We didn't watch the third hour.
Yeah. Oh God, I wasn't doing it. Wasn't sticking around for that one, man.
You mean you're not interested in that huge 10-man tag with the War Dogs, bro?
They have a 10-man tag.
You're not interested in Roosh getting a squash match in the third hour, man. You're not interested in that?
Oh boy, why did they move? Oh wait. There's fucking Backlash this weekend.
Backlash this weekend. I'm sure it's NBA playoffs as well. Who's playing? Anybody in the chat know?
Everybody's playing still. It's only the second round.
Okay.
So
are the Knicks still alive?
Knicks are up 2-0.
Okay, there you go.
The Knicks are doing very well, man.
The only New York team I don't really have a sheer disgust for.
Knicks, it sucks that the Knicks are good now because it looks like nobody's beating Oklahoma City. But the Knicks have been bad for so long, man. I mean, shout out to the Knicks fans for enduring and finally getting some good times to sit through. Knicks are doing very well right now.
That's good for them.
Yeah, man, it's pretty good.
Oh man, this show tonight. I feel like it's gonna be one of them. It's gonna be one of them quick streams tonight, bro. You know.
Yeah. This was not a very eventful show.
Now, this. If you guys are in the chat watching the show along with everybody else, and you're here watching us talk about this terrible program tonight, Jesse and I were talking about it briefly in the sound check. It's not like it's like fucking offensively just come on here and rant like I ranted about Pat McAfee bad. It's not that bad.
Right.
It's just, I don't know. We're legitimately like 2 weeks away from Double or Nothing. This card for Double or Nothing should already be fleshed out. We don't really have much to go on outside of 3 confirmed matches. I don't know, man. It's like, it felt like this show was just randomly pieced together at like 2 p.m. this afternoon. Like they had a 3-hour show and all they had announced was like 2 matches.
The matches were good. The show wasn't good.
How do you have good matches and then not have a good show?
I don't know. How do they do that?
Because there's no fucking story. There's no story here.
How do you do that?
There's no story. Where's the story on this show?
It's so boring, man.
Get a piece of paper and a fucking writing utensil and give me some dialogue.
Oh my God. It is so dull.
Bro, oh my God.
Man. The talent goes out there and they execute what they are given. Kevin Knight, Darby Allin they had a damn good match. They had a damn good match.
What does it mean, Jesse? What does it mean at the end of the night? You're going to wake up tomorrow morning and nobody's going to give a single fuck about Kevin Knight and Darby Allin, bro. What does it mean?
It was a extremely predictable match. Everybody knew who won. In the cases like that, normally it's like, okay, we know who's going to win. Let's just take the match and the story in advance. The thing is, the story was, Darby Allin wants to give open challenges to a bunch of different people. Did we get an MJF run-in to advance the storyline for their main event match for the pay-per-view? No. Did we get anything of interest to go along with why this match could be happening other than just to see them wrestle? No. So, to be honest with you, man, we could have gone to an indie show, saw this match with Darby and Kevin Knight, been entertained and gone home, and it would have been the same effect here tonight.
Yes.
You know?
That's a very good way to put it.
I mean, again, nothing against the talent. The talent is killing it. Creative is not. And it is a boring show. It is 100% a boring show tonight, and it could have been more exciting. 100%.
All right, let me ask you. I don't want to put you on the spot here because we did talk about this 3 weeks ago, and I came prepared with a very substantial argument, and we ended with both of us agreeing with each other. Darby Allin, I didn't really agree with him winning the world championship. I didn't really agree with him holding the championship to then drop it in a predictable fashion to MJF in New York at Double or Nothing. I know you said you were going to give it a chance. We're going into week 4 next week, bro. Now the next match on his itinerary is Darby defending the world championship against Kazuchika Okada next week before he eventually drops it to MJF at Double or Nothing in Queens. How are you feeling about this title run now? Are you looking at it as excited as you were in the week that we talked about it? Or after giving it a chance, which I think 3 weeks, 4 weeks is now more than enough time, now you realize that it maybe didn't make any sense to put the championship on him because you mentioned MJF. Now, Darby and MJF is going to be the main event. Darby hasn't given MJF his title match. He wants MJF to put something on the line. You didn't watch Collision as MJF came out after the end of the match. And I was excited because you're going to get a genuine reaction out of Jesse now. Bro, Darby Allin
ruined it.
Darby Allin now is going to give MJF a championship match after MJF put his scarf on the line. Darby said no. His Dynamite diamond ring, Darby said no. MJF offered $1 million for a championship match. Darby said no. Your money's no good here. I used to sleep in my car underneath the bridge. Your money's no good here. MJF is angry now, asking, what do you want? Everybody's got a price like he's fucking Ted DiBiase out there. Darby said, I want your hair. MJF ran away. No answer was given. I'm assuming we're going to get MJF to put his hair on the line against Darby's world championship. So theoretically, Jesse, Darby's world championship will be on the line against MJF's supposed surgically implanted hair from Turkey at Double or Nothing now. So 4 weeks, is it all worth it to get to the goal line here or the end zone here with MJF putting his fucking hair on the line?
Well, let me start off right away with say it hasn't been enough time. And I'll explain why. The payoff I'm waiting for here is what they do with Darby Allin after this championship run. Are they just going to put the title on him for a few weeks and then give it back to MJF? And then we're right back to Darby facing the fucking Death Riders or Gabe Kidd or some shit like that and just back to mediocrity and doing nothing? Or are they going to use this title run to catapult and then leave Darby Allin as a top-tier main eventer? Keep his name up there with the Will Ospreays, with the Swerve Stricklands, with the MJFs going forward. The purpose here is to create a new main eventer and keep him there. So I'm not there yet with was it worth it or not. I'll help you out with this one. How's it looking so far? Boring. Nothing of excitement. Nothing of interest. They're not even so far. They're not even using this title reign to do anything with the stuff that Darby is doing with the open challenges. They could have had MJF come out there for every open challenge and interfere. Every last single open challenge, he tries to come out and do something because he's that fucking head over heels about getting his title back. They got to ban him from ringside. They got to hold him backstage, locked up somewhere. Just something of interest. It would have been kind of cool to see these guys out there trying to have a match and MJF is held back by security because he wants to get out there and try to interfere. Or just something ridiculous until they get to the title match. But in the meantime, open challenges and hair on the line and everything else, so far, this is not it. But my ultimate want from this run from Darby is to become and to stay a certified main eventer in the company. That's what I want to see from it personally.
I know that's what you want. And I agree. I don't know where he goes after he loses the championship, but I don't really trust the company to do any of what you want because I don't think they know what they want to do. Darby's going to fall right back to where he was before he won the World Championship, and nothing's going to come of everything that we've seen for the last 4 weeks. And it's going to be proven that it was a waste of time to take the belt off of MJF. While everybody else cried, oh, it's different. Oh, it's throwing a wrench into the predictability. Oh, it's something fresh and new and this and that. The title has not done anything for Darby because he'll eventually end up having to drop it back to MJF, and all you got out of it is what we already knew. Darby Allin is a very good professional wrestler. Nothing that Jesse said has come to fruition, and that's the problem. MJF has been depicted and MJF has been presented as a coward or a beggar, and they haven't done anything in the 4 weeks that they did here for change to change or mold MJF's character in a way where it would give us a different side of MJF. That would mean they'd have to get creative. Ways to go out there and kind of infiltrate Darby Allin's match. How desperate is a man going to be when he wants something like the AEW Championship? They haven't done anything. They haven't had any fun with it at all.
Yeah, that would have been the way I would have gone with it. Great stuff. And yeah, and when this is over, whenever it is over, I mean, maybe Darby pulls out a win at the pay-per-view. I don't fucking know. But whenever he loses that title, the first thing I'm looking for is I want to see what they're doing with this guy. Does he stay at top or do they sink him back to the bottom, man? And look, I was never heads over heels with loving to see Darby Allin become world champion now. The only thing that I was trying to say was, let's see where they go with it and literally kind of let it play out and see. Because I do see something that could make this a great idea if they follow it up the right way. But no, you're 100% right, man. If all they're gonna do is drop him right back to the mid card and do nothing else going forward, then this was a waste of our time. This was not worth it. The story they could have told so far they haven't done. They did not show us how reckless MJF can become while losing that title to Darby Allin, how just out of pocket he becomes, how crazy he gets and everything else. They could have been telling us all of it, and there could have been some entertaining shit. It could have, like you just said, have some fun with it. Do some outside the box shit. MJF goes to Darby's house trying to beg him for a title. Something. I mean, just not the norm. You know, a title versus hair match. That's normal bullshit right there. That's just the same old shit we get in pro wrestling. Take an opportunity. Try something different. Now, so far, the build up to this match has not been it for me. It has not been it for me. So I'm waiting to see when they drop this title off of him. Then I'm going to look back and they do nothing with Darby. I'm going to look back and say, well, why did we do this? Darby was already a mid-card guy. You tried to make him a top guy by putting the title on him. Then you move him back to the mid-card? Then why'd you waste our time? 100%. I'm waiting to see what they do with this guy. And I'm hoping they leave him at the top of the card. Next pay-per-view after this, he's tagging with Swerve to take on 2 other main events or something. Make this worth our time. Make it worth our time and not just we got Darby for a month and now we're done with him, moving back. Because then you just fucked everything up for no reason. You could have left the title on MJF like you just said.
Look, I feel like a broken record. We waited 4 weeks for Darby Allin to get through this title reign. And the end goal here is MJF needing to put his so-called surgically implanted hair from Turkey on the line. I'm like dumbfounded. I'm like, what the fuck? You had weeks to come up with something here, and that's the end goal. I mean, out of everything that you could have come up with, we knew it was going to be predictable, but you went to the one thing. If that is the case, and he really went to go get hair transplants for himself in another country, what makes you think he's going to undo all of the money he spent on his hair to want to shave it all off? So you're right back in the same position that we're going to be in anyway. But with just a stupid stipulation. There had to be something else a little bit more creative here.
Not only that, he can literally just go buy more if he lost.
Sure.
What are we losing?
The open challenges need to die in a fire. You know, there's so many blind, stupid idiots out there that all congregate in the same boat. And when someone has a logical thought or some sort of common sense, it's shunned or looked down upon. Like Darby winning the belt and then defending it against people that don't deserve a championship opportunity is not good for the championship. It's not. It actually devalues the championship. You're not showing me anything that we didn't already know. Darby Allin is an accomplished pro wrestler. But when the championship is on the line every single week in the main event of every Dynamite for the next 4 weeks, what does that do for the championship? It doesn't do anything for the championship. In my eyes, it actually devalues the championship. You're treating the championship in this case like the international championship, like the national championship, like the TBS championship. They're all the same. There's not one championship in this company that stands on its own with a level of prestige that it needs to be. Now you made the world championship as less as everything else.
Yeah.
That's the way that I see it. Plus you got no story, and you took the one belt off the guy that was doing everything right with the world championship and everything right for the show. Now I'm going to put my conspiracy theory cap on here because we all know MJF loves the numbers, and we know MJF loves when his name is in the spotlight and in the main event, and everybody can tout that MJF is the reason for the upswing in AEW in attendance and ratings and this and that and interest. Bro, I don't know. I know you don't kind of dwell in this type of discussion, but hear me out on this. MJF, I think we discussed when we discussed the whole Darby MJF situation and Darby becoming the world champion, that part of it, maybe half of it, might be all of it for all we know, is MJF's idea. If not, he had a hand in doing this and coming up with this idea, and this was probably his want for Darby Allin. So that makes MJF a loyal guy. It's great. And MJF a good Samaritan. You know, he's paying it forward, which says a lot about MJF as a company guy. But the thing is here, with Darby Allin as the world champion, we were going into the NBA playoffs on TBS and TNT. Now, notoriously, ratings are down again across WWE and AEW. AEW has had some of the lowest ratings that they had all year in this last 3 or 4 week period. Did MJF back out of the world championship picture for now and give it to Darby because he knew that the NBA playoffs were going to be a detriment to the AEW ratings, and he didn't want that stain on his reputation as the top guy? Because if he was the world champion now, it probably end up being the same. Darby's the world champion, and everyone's going to be pointing a picture of blame at, oh, look, Darby's the world champion, so the interest is low. MJF wouldn't want that to happen to himself. Do you think I'm in the ballpark there, or is that a little bit too out there as far as discussion?
I never thought about it till you just said something right now. I mean, I don't know.
It's possible.
I mean, anything is possible. Anything is possible. What can I say?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Double or Nothing is in 2 weeks. Darby MJF. We got the tag team title match with FTR, Cope, and Christian. And then we have Okada and Takeshita. Literally, that's all that's announced for Double or Nothing. There's nothing going on in the women's division. Tekla has no opponents. Statlander is as ice cold as she's ever been. We got a merry-go-round of Sheeta and Stat and Mina. The women's tag team championships aren't really doing much of anything. We got Jack Perry putting the championship that he has on the line against random guys. Jericho and Ricochet apparently are heading towards another stadium stampede. Bro, this is a company that has been lost creatively for quite a while. And I honestly feel like nothing is getting better here. I feel like when MJF lost the championship, their creativity and their want to be better went out the fucking window. How many more times do we need to see a Canadian stampede or a stadium stampede? Are you interested in that?
No.
Jericho and Ricochet?
I'm not interested. Okay, so I'm not interested in what Jericho and Ricochet are doing. That's absolutely no. 100%. I'm not like so tired of stadium stampedes. I never want to see one again. We've been watching steel cage matches since we were kids. I mean, you know, but we're not tired of those. We just don't want to see them very often. I'm not interested in that feud at all, though. 100% no. Stadium stampede match. Oh, tell me a story. Who's in it? And hopefully is interested. I'm not tired of the stadium stampede gimmick. No, I'm not. But I don't give a shit what Ricochet and Jericho are doing. No, not at all.
So this is their line of thinking, chat. This is Tony Khan's line of thinking. Let's do a Stadium Stampede at Double or Nothing because this is where Stadium Stampede usually takes place at Double or Nothing, and he needs another attraction on this show because he's just void of any creativity. Stadium Stampede usually consists of 10 men, 5 on each team, that have a long-winded problem with each other. Yeah. The Demand are only 3 people: Ricochet, Toa Leona, and Bishop Khan. Jericho just got back 4 weeks ago, and he's got no friends. How are we going to book a Canadian or Stadium Stampede here with Jericho against the Demand when there are no other characters involved in this story? Now, the Hurt Syndicate's going to be with Jericho, I'm assuming, because they were out there with him tonight backing him up against the Demand. So that's 3 on 3. So we still need 4 people. Yeah. How are you going to book a Stadium Stampede when you don't have the entire match fleshed out and there's no real dilemma that even calls for a Stadium Stampede? These guys have been feuding over what exactly? Why does this match need a Stadium Stampede? What has been going on that it's gotten so volatile that we need to close off the entire stadium or arena and give them the fucking grounds to just go balls to the wall? It doesn't make any sense to me.
100% agree. No, it does not. They're looking to find bodies to fill out to do a Stadium Stampede. A Stadium Stampede match requires a lot of storytelling.
Yeah.
And we've got none. We don't even have enough people to do a full one. I mean, are we doing a 3 on 3? I'm assuming it was a 3 on 3. Because now, if not, then we got to find 4 more people to interject into this to have a complete 5 on 5. I don't get it.
And whoever they add is not going to make any sense because they haven't been a part of any of the build over the last 3 weeks.
Nope. Nope. Meaning we're not going to care. I mean, why would anybody care?
Oh my God, man. Oh, this show is something else, man. We're going to get into the rest of this show tonight. There really, honestly, chat, there isn't much to talk about. A lot of random, just thrown together matches that I'm assuming were booked at 3 p.m. this afternoon. We got this Will Ospreay and Jon Moxley situation that, you know, people are saying, oh, this is cinema and this makes sense. Bro, we haven't gotten one explanation as to why Will Ospreay, after getting his neck broken supposedly by the Death Riders, now all of a sudden wants to be trained by the Death Riders because Jon Moxley wants to make him into the ultimate weapon. What are we doing here?
Yeah, no idea, man.
So we'll talk about that because we wondered why he was kidnapped a couple weeks ago on Dynamite. We'll talk about that and the rest of the show where nothing happened right here on Off the Script. This is your AEW Dynamite post show for May 6th, 2026. Tonight we're sponsored by our great friends over at Mars Men. Make sure you guys go hit up Mars Men. Men go to Mars.com. 50% off plus 3 free gifts when you check out. All you got to do is tell them that JD from New York sent you from Off the Script. We'll talk about them a little bit later on in the show. Again, thank you guys for joining us here on the Wednesday night Dynamite post show. We had a busy week so far. I got back from a little mini vacation over the past weekend. I very much wanted to be back. We jumped right into the fire. We went right into it with Monday Night Raw. And then last night, we were live for Tuesday Night Titans with the Solid Monster. Tuesday morning, me and the coach. We own your mornings with the 2 count at 11:30 on his channel. We talked about the New Day release and everything that came along with that. TKO cutting 50% of the budget from certain talents and more to come. So that was a big discussion on Tuesday. So go check out all that content. I will be back live again with you on Friday for Friday Night SmackDown. The death of the gingerbread man happened on Friday. This coming Friday, we have his funeral, Jesse. The gingerbread man will be buried on Friday Night SmackDown.
What the fuck are you talking about? What is going on SmackDown?
Oh, man. The gingerbread man has his funeral, man. We're giving him his last rites on Friday night.
Oh, my God.
You don't watch Friday Night SmackDown, man. Trick Williams has a mascot, the gingerbread man. He's out there with little Yachty, too. Oh, man. Now I know why you don't go live react to SmackDown, man, but I'd love to see a reaction to this on Friday.
Well, you might get your wish. I'll tell you why in a second when you get to me.
All right. So that's when you'll see me live again. And then Saturday, we got Backlash. I'll be live for the post show on Saturday. Anything else as far as news? If it happens, you guys will see me in the sub boxes, man. So make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Turn the bell for notifications. Hit that thumbs up. Let's try for a modest goal here tonight of 700 likes. Super chats are open. Get them on in. It's the best way to support the show. So get them on in. We'll hang out at the end. Any questions, comments, and concerns, thoughts, opinions, we will read through them all. Leave a comment down in the comment section. It helps us out in the algorithm as well. Go follow Jesse on Twitter and YouTube at ChyTownSmark. What's going on with the channel, man? You got some news over there.
I do. So this week, I got a free week. I don't want to say free week, but I cleared all of my obligations with my kids. I'm on a stream gauntlet this week. I'm streaming every day this week. I streamed on Monday live. I was live yesterday. I was live today. I'll be live on Thursday. I'll be live on Friday and Saturday for Backlash. Tomorrow I'm going to do a previews and predictions on my channel live. Join me for that. Friday, I might watch SmackDown. But after the gingerbread man news, I don't know. I might change.
You gotta watch, bro. You have to show up for the gingerbread man's funeral, man. You gotta show up, man. Dress to impress at his funeral.
Fair. That sounds good. You know what? I'll do that.
There you go.
I'll do that. I'm gonna dress to impress for a funeral. I'm gonna do that, man.
There you go.
Join me every day this week. I will be live. And also I uploaded. So I went live yesterday. And I covered the WWE releases. I gave all of my thoughts on the releases and the timing of them and everything like that. If you don't want to sit for, I think it was like an hour and a half, something like that. I uploaded a video earlier today where I just took some of the points that I wanted to make and condensed it into a shorter video. So that is up right now. I'll be live tomorrow. I'll be live Friday. I'll be live Saturday. Join me.
There you go. And make sure you guys are in the know here on what's going on. Like I said, I'll be live for Friday, covering the show, post-show, and then Saturday Backlash at Backlash on Saturday night. So thank you guys for all the support. Great week after we ended the month of April with the third best month in the history of the YouTube channel, man. So thank you guys very much for all of that. Ted Turner passed away today, 88 years old. Ted Turner is no longer with us. AEW had a very classy open to Dynamite. And I didn't really care about Ted Turner's contributions to pro wrestling because I didn't really watch WCW. You know, obviously I was more pro WWE then. You know, I wasn't really allowed to watch back and forth like a lot of people I know, back and forth during the Monday Night Wars. But as far as Ted Turner's influence on my childhood, being an Atlanta Braves fan, you know, he turned the Braves into America's team in the early 90s. He put a lot of money behind them. They had one hell of a dynasty in the 90s. Greatest pitching staff of all time, in my honest opinion. They only won one World Series in 1995, and in that case, it was a strike-shortened season. But that early 90s, mid-90s Atlanta Braves team that Ted Turner put together, man, the most fondest memories of Ted Turner that I have is sitting on my grandma's rug in front of her big box television, whether it was in the afternoon when I was over there after school, or we spent the night over my grandma's house and she let us stay up late until the game was over, watching the Braves on TBS. So that was something that was a part of my childhood that is always going to be with me. I don't know if you have any I guess memories or anything that you want to say about Ted Turner, but I know AEW did a very classy open to the show tonight, just highlighting how important Ted Turner was to the world of professional wrestling. Because honestly, without Ted Turner, we might not even be where we are right now.
What is your favorite time in WWE? What was your favorite era?
Obviously, I think the excitement of just when I was in high school, the Attitude Era, going back and forth with WCW, just the true sense of competition. It was almost like when you got to school and we waited for that first bell to ring in the morning. People were definitely there were definitely factions of people, pro WCW and then pro WWF. So it was like everybody liked everything that was going on, but you definitely chose sides.
There would have been no Attitude Era without Ted Turner.
No.
So no matter where you stand as a wrestling fan, Ted Turner is the guy that lit the fuse behind Vince McMahon to get edgy, take some risks, and figure something out, because Ted Turner had his boot on Vince McMahon's neck. And Vince kicked out, fought back, and he came back with the Attitude Era to counter the NWO. Ted Turner is the catalyst. If Ted Turner wasn't a big enough wrestling fan to put his neck on the line out there to take a chance and put some live pro wrestling on TV, to invest some money, it took a lot of money investment, man. Because to run that kind of live TV back then in the 90s, it took a lot of money that a lot of networks did not want to risk. And Ted Turner took that risk. And he did a fantastic job at it. And he made Vince wake up, and he made Vince do something drastic, and he did. And Ted Turner's ambition to join the pro wrestling world changed the landscape of all of pro wrestling forever. So, rest in peace. Shout out to Ted Turner. And that's just the pro wrestling part. I'm pretty sure many of you are fans of a lot of television shows and sports like the Braves and things like that. A lot of things that were greenlit and pushed forward by Ted Turner. So his mark in history is there. It won't be forgotten. And rest in peace, Ted Turner, man.
He's also the one behind Cartoon Network.
He is. He absolutely is. Yeah. Great idea. Well, was it though? Did he ruin Saturday morning cartoons? I'm kidding.
Cartoon Network is a big deal, man. I was a big one into Cartoon Network as well. Obviously, TBS, TNT, TCM, CNN International. He was behind all that stuff. So he is gone, 88 years old, and or 87 years old. His influence will be remembered forever. So AEW had a very classy open here with Tony Schiavone starting the show, and he was in the middle of the ring. And he spoke about Ted Turner for a little bit. He described his influence on pro wrestling. He said Turner brought pro wrestling prominence as destination viewing. He said through current leadership of Tony Khan, and AEW, and the leadership of Warner Discovery, pro wrestling survives. He said Turner loved wrestling and the fans. We are here today because of him. He said, one man knows more than anyone else. He said in 1987, that man arrived at the studios of TBS and he became a part of the identity of what pro wrestling means to TBS, and he introduced Sting. So Sting comes on out, no music. He just walks down the aisle. He actually was greeted with a holy shit chant. So Schiavone said they knew Turner well, and he's a big reason that they got to know each other. Sting said, can you imagine having an all-in billionaire who absolutely loves pro wrestling? He says he was talking about Big Ted. Says he can't believe what he did for them and touted how committed to them he was. He said some top brass pushed Turner to move away from pro wrestling, but he stayed committed. He said he told wrestlers to keep doing what they are doing because he had deep pockets. That's a shoot. That's exactly what he said. He said there would not be a Darby Allin, and there wouldn't be a Sting tonight if not for him. Shivani brought up that Darby would be defending the AEW title in the main event to Kevin Knight, who holds the Turner Network Television Championship, and said it's an appropriate main event on a night like this, paying tribute to Turner. He said he is thankful and grateful for a second all-in billionaire who wants to keep the ball rolling with AEW in Tony Khan. And Sting said, "Thank you, Tony." So they did a 10-bell salute here, and they did the 10-bell. We go black for a little bit, and then they hit the intro for Dynamite with the Dynamite theme. We come back. Excalibur introduces the show, and then we get started with Jon Moxley versus Juice Robinson. This is an AEW Continental Title Eliminator match. And the reason why this is an eliminator match is because the Bang Bang Gang has been going back and forth with the Death Riders. And apparently Juice Robinson and Jon Moxley have some sort of history dating back to New Japan Pro Wrestling. Their first singles match between each other since 2022, and their second on AEW television, apparently. So this was an eliminator match. Jon Moxley is not losing the Continental Championship at all. I don't know who would even slide in to take the belt off of him. But this went roughly, I would say, 15, 16 minutes, Jesse, to open Dynamite. What'd you think of this opening match here between Juice and Jon Moxley?
It was a fine match. But I think just in the same vein that we said when we opened the show, the matches were fine. The matches were good. You know, but I mean, in what parallel universe are we supposed to actually care about a Jon Moxley Juice Robinson match, though?
We're not.
You know, and that at the end of the day is the problem. I mean, this is not an indie show. Again, if you take this show we got tonight and lift it off TV, and we went to an indie show, me, you, Jason, we grabbed some brews and we go watch an indie show, and we got this show. Bro, it would have been a hell of a goddamn time. Great stuff. It's an indie show. We don't expect any story. We want to see some good wrestling, and we'll just have some fun, enjoy the moment, and move on. The thing about it, this is an episodic television show. Week to week, we're supposed to tune in every week to find out where the story takes us next. I don't see a continuing story that involves Jon Moxley and Juice Robinson.
No. There's no reason to care at all.
No, I'm not interested.
No. As soon as this was over, it will be forgotten about 5 minutes after the bell is sounded. So Moxley wins here in about 15 minutes. Moxley was on the defensive. He mounted a comeback. He charged at Juice. Juice moved, and then Juice rolled him up for a 2 count. Moxley applied a standing rear naked choke. Moxley turned it into a pile driver. He went for a cover for a 2 count. Shifted to a grounded choke. Bulldog choke. Juice stood up. Moxley pulled him back. Juice faded. Referee called for the bell, and Moxley wins because Juice passed out. When someone actually gives a shit about this, I'd love to find out who that person is so I could look at them and say, why? How? What's the reason? Moxley wins in 15 minutes. On to the next. We go into a vignette. And the Death Riders here are comically trying to tell a story with Will Ospreay. Now, if you guys remember a couple weeks ago, Ospreay was lifted out of the ring by the Death Riders and basically kidnapped with no explanation. We then get an explanation that Moxley and the Death Riders now want to train Will Ospreay because they feel like Will Ospreay has a lot that he holds within that could make him the ultimate weapon for the main event and for AEW. And apparently Jon Moxley's the only one that can bring him to that level. So they showed the Death Riders putting Ospreay this week through a workout in a back hall area of the arena. Moxley said if they don't get his neck right and his mind right, it's all over for Will Ospreay. He says he could still have a career in AEW. He could hang out and get paid like the rest of the posers here in the company. He says he's not like all of those people, though. He says he's different, and it's a privilege to get that high on the mountain, but the last percent is the hardest. He called it death ground. He says it's hard, but nothing exists but what is in front of him right now. Ospreay sat up. He looked at the camera. He then laid back as Marina Shafir put a towel over his head and neck and apparently gave him a neck adjustment as Pac comes over and shoos the cameraman away and wants the cameraman to stop filming. Now, Jesse, I know you and I cover this show weekly, and I'm still trying to figure out where Will Ospreay and Jon Moxley are going. Now, Ospreay was put out of action, quote unquote, for 6 months to go get neck fusion surgery because of Jon Moxley and the Death Riders. Now, all of a sudden, he is remaining silent, he's remaining vigilant, and he's going along with their idea and their plan. And there's nothing that Will Ospreay has said as a reason to why he's willing to do this. Have you heard of a reason why Will Ospreay now all of a sudden wants to train with the Death Riders after they almost ruined his career?
I've heard nothing. I also don't watch Collision at all.
But you're Mr. Collision Corner.
When was the last time you saw me do a Collision Corner?
I don't know. What was it? 2 months ago, 3 months ago, right?
I haven't watched. But even if I don't care if they went into full detail and explained word for word, spot for spot, reason for reason why this is happening somewhere on Collision, it still needs to be said and done on Dynamite. There's quite a large number of people that don't watch Collision but still watch Dynamite. So if the explanation to this shit has happened somewhere on Collision, and I'm not even saying it did, I'm saying if it did, they should have also put it somewhere on Dynamite. So no, I still have no idea why he's going along with this. No clue.
You know, I wasn't here last week. We were not live for the post show last week because I was on my way to traveling to where I needed to be for family vacation. And I watched as I got to my destination. And I'm looking at this segment that they did on Collision. And I'm asking myself, well, why didn't they show this on Dynamite? There was a backstage segment in another hallway where it was Jon Moxley and Will Ospreay face-to-face sitting in steel chairs. And the Death Riders were surrounding them. And Marina Shafir comes over and gives Will Ospreay a neck massage. And Ospreay's just listening to Jon Moxley talk and give him this pep talk. Excalibur on Dynamite referenced this vignette and this backstage altercation between Ospreay and Moxley. And the one thing that they did not do, Jesse, is show you exactly what the segment was. He only mentioned it briefly, and they didn't show anything that actually happened on Saturday's Collision. Why do we continuously let AEW get away with that? Because like Jesse said, there is at least half of the audience that watches Dynamite that doesn't watch Collision. Now, I consume this clip on YouTube because I just refuse to watch Collision because nothing important happens over there. So I saw this, and they actually uploaded it to YouTube. But when I watched Dynamite, Jesse, we saw none of this segment air on Dynamite. They didn't fill in the gaps to let you know exactly what's going on. Meanwhile, most of this story takes place on Wednesday night. Why do they continue to do this?
Man, I wish I knew, man. I wish I knew. It can't be too hard. I've seen some segments and matches every last single Dynamite. Every last single week I've seen either segments and or matches that could have been completely omitted from the show and never to have happened and replaced with a complete recap of things that we really, really need to know that happened on Collision for the continuity of storylines that we are seeing on Dynamite. Don't know.
You know, the one thing that you can criticize WWE for is a lack of pro wrestling, which is absolutely terrible. We're getting less and less pro wrestling on Monday and Friday night. But the thing that they always do, and you got to give them credit for this, is they always show you what happened previously. Whether it's a promo or a vignette, they always set up the coming segment with something that happened previously between whatever the following segment's going to be. So, for example, if it's Rhea Ripley and JC Jane in a 6-woman tag team match, they're going to show you exactly why Rhea Ripley is getting into it with Fatal Influence and JC Jane and what's going on there on Friday night over the last couple of weeks. They always fill in the gaps to set you up for what's coming next. AEW doesn't do that. They hardly do it. They'll do it here, they'll do it there, but they hardly ever do it. It's just a common thing that pro wrestling needs and what a promoter needs to do for his pro wrestling show. Like, none of us are going to watch Saturday Night Collision. Nobody. It is your job to fill us in. If this is a big story, it's on you to fill us in on what's going on, because Ospreay is going to be in the main event of Wembley. And if this is going to lead to Will Ospreay becoming like the ultimate weapon for Wembley and winning the World Championship from whoever that's going to be, you need to be on top of all of this and need to drag us along with you for the ride. I don't want to be missing shit if this is going to be your biggest story going into All In. Simple as that.
I agree. They need to run it back. They need to run back what happened, especially something as important as this Will Ospreay thing. And again, I don't even know if they covered what happened. If they did, then that should have been displayed somewhere on Dynamite. If they didn't, then that's just a complete dropped ball, because we need to know why this is happening with Will Ospreay.
We'll see. We talked about this on TNT last night. Will Ospreay more than likely will win the Owen to get the World Championship match at All In. His opponent in the final, if what we are seeing right now between the Death Riders and Jon Moxley, will eventually end up being teacher versus protege here in Moxley versus Ospreay. So Moxley beat Ospreay at the last pay-per-view at Dynasty, and now we're going into the biggest part of AEW's calendar year, where we're going to get Double or Nothing, and then we got to go through Forbidden Door, and then we get the Owen, and the Owen's going to give the number one contendership to Will Ospreay. In the final of that Owen, it looks like, by what we're seeing, it's going to end up being Jon Moxley and Will Ospreay in the final of the Owen, and Ospreay's going to get his win back, because at that point, Moxley wouldn't have to put the Continental Championship on the line, so it would be easy for Will Ospreay to get his win back over Jon Moxley and then go on to All In and get the number one contender. So that's what we talked about on TNT. I could see that absolutely being the case. Got no problem with it. Just fucking keep me afloat and keep me interested in what the story is. And don't leave out weeks where we don't get nothing. You got to do a better job of explaining.
Yeah.
We got Dax Harwood here versus Orange Cassidy. This is a double Jeopardy match, Jesse. If Cassidy wins, your camera just went out.
Oh, no. That means I don't have to listen to what happened in this match, right?
No, you very much have to listen to what happened in this match.
No. Give me a second.
Double Jeopardy match here. If Orange Cassidy wins, he gets an AEW tag team title match with a partner of his choosing from the Conglomeration. If Dax Harwood wins, FTR and Tommaso Ciampa get an AEW Trios title match against the Conglomeration. I don't know why anybody cares about any one of these titles, but here we are.
Yeah.
So this ended with Orange Cassidy getting the win here in 12 minutes. Cassidy, there was a bunch of guys at ringside. All of the Conglomeration were at ringside. We had Tommaso Ciampa at ringside with Stokely. Trent Beretta was out there. Rocky Romero was out there. So this basically was a handicap match and a lumberjack match mixed into one. It's basically what it was. There he is. He's back. There he is. Okay.
All right.
So Cassidy, he's dealing with the heels interference on the outside. He went for an orange punch. Dax ducked, hits a slingshot Liger bomb for a 2 count. Cassidy comes back, Stun Dog Millionaire, orange punch. He goes for a cover of his own 2 count. Cassidy then countered Dax with a leverage 3 count. 1, 2, 3 on a leverage flash pin. And the Conglomeration has now earned a tag team title shot against FTR. Which makes you wonder why this is even a stipulation when Cope and Christian are getting the tag team title match at the pay-per-view, where it's a street fight, I quit match, and if Cope and Christian lose, Jesse, they no longer can be a tag team. So Tony Khan is giving the Conglomeration a tag team title match before we get to Cope and Christian, man. Why do we need to see all of this nonsensical, irrelevant television when we all know that the match between Copeland, Christian, and FTR is not going anywhere. And that's going to be the match at the pay-per-view. Why run through all these circles to just create predictable television?
That's a great question. You know,
I mean,
you know, man, again, it's just.
How about putting more heat on the tag team title match at the pay-per-view and stop with this fucking nonsensical, unimportant garbage? Who gives a shit about the trios titles or the conglomeration?
Nobody does, man. The mid card here right now in AEW, including this tag division, the trios division, everything else is dull as dishwater right now. It really is, man. And look, I'm not saying that every last single thing that is going on in the show needs to be entertaining and exciting, but the thing is, not enough things are entertaining or exciting. And this is just another one. Now, it's boring. There is nothing outside of the box happening. There is nothing of major interest happening. This is why I kind of wanted to give them not the benefit of the doubt, but I wanted to give them time to finish this thing with Darby because it was so outside of the box. All right. It's them taking a risk. That's why I didn't want to shit on it right away, because that's them doing something unpredictable. But this is just boring. It is so boring, man. There is nothing. I just want to get to seeing Christian and Copeland get to the tag team titles. That's genuinely all I'm interested in. And to be honest with you, if you don't have an interesting story to help get us there, then them winning the titles also won't mean too much of anything.
Why don't we just build towards the tag team title match and tell us some story between the four men in that title match? I mean, you put 3 different stipulations in that one match alone on Double or Nothing Sunday. Can we maybe get some semblance of story? Some intensity, some grudge, some, I don't know, something.
Something.
Give me a reason to fucking care. These guys took 9 months off.
Nope.
No story at all. Where is it?
I was enjoying the dynamic between Christian and Cope. I still want to stay a heel, and Copeland, like, I kind of want to be a baby face, but I kind of want to let Cage do what he does. And that was kind of funny with the different interactions here and there. But outside of that, there's nothing of interest. There is nothing of interest, man. I just don't know what else to fucking do here. They have to come up with something. They have to give us something to sink our teeth into storyline wise. It can't just be just the wrestling. Shout out to Ted Turner. But it can't be just the wrestling. It can't. You have to sports entertain us.
It's a shame too, because Adam Copeland is rich in storytelling, and this is what it basically just shows us that they don't give a fuck. They don't care. This is the best they got. Afterwards, the heels at ringside stormed the ring. The babyfaces made the save. Rocky Romero was surrounded. He tried to beg off the babyfaces. He took a beating, including a spear from Copeland, who was outside in the Conglomeration's corner. And then he ate a kick to the crotch from Christian Cage. The Bucks were out there as well, and they stereo super kicked Trent Beretta. Alrighty then.
Yep.
Alrighty then.
No, not Trent Beretta. No.
Not Trent Beretta. I don't know.
No.
They went to the announcers at ringside, who threw us a clip from last week when the Demand attacked Jericho backstage while Renee was interviewing him. Tonight, Renee interviewed Jericho, who said he was furious and the time for talking is done. He says it's now a time to fight. He says he didn't want to fight backstage, though, so he said he was going to take it out there to the people in the arena. So he headed to the ring with Renee's microphone. He's encouraging the fans in South Carolina, Ricochet, to pop for him as we got very scattered cheers. Nobody gave a shit in South Carolina. We had a mild Y2J chant breaking out. Says he's going to keep this very simple because here in Charleston, he says he's done with the 3-on-1 beatdowns and it's all bullshit. He demanded Ricochet to come to the ring to talk to him face-to-face, one-on-one, and Ricochet comes out with the gates of agony. So he gets in there. Ricochet wanted to know why and what the demand would get out of a one-on-one match with Chris Jericho. Bishop Khan whispered something to Ricochet. Ricochet agreed with what he said, whatever it was. He proposed a signature Jericho match where he would beat him with a Rico Salt. But it would be a stadium stampede match. He said the problem is the last time Jericho had to pay people to watch his back, he couldn't get the job done. He said Jericho would have to find 4 partners. And for Jericho, that would be tough because in AEW, nobody likes your ass. It was at this point that he said that he was in Charleston, North Carolina. Maybe Ricochet needs a geography class or a map or a globe. I don't know. He didn't know where he was, bro. North, up, left, light, east, west. He don't know.
Was it on purpose? I genuinely don't know.
No, I think he genuinely forgot where he was.
Did he? Oh.
Jericho asked, what happened?
He said same thing. What's the difference?
Well, whatever.
What's the difference?
Jericho asked if he really wanted a stadium stampede match. He said he is sure somebody likes him, but if he can't find partners, he'd take them all on by himself. He then called Ricochet bald, punched him, fended off the GOA, and hit Ricochet with a Judas effect. He then went for a lion salt, but Toa Leona knocked him out of midair. Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley of the Hurt Syndicate, along with MVP, came out, and the demand retreated. So I'm assuming these will be his backup. The Hurt Syndicate will be Jericho's backup. That's quite the backup there.
So they need 2 more now, though?
Who are the other 4? Yes. Who are the other 2 for the demand, and who are the other 2 for Jericho and Hurt Syndicate?
Is MVP going to roll too, so they only need 1 more?
I hope not. That could be the case, though.
Could be. Can't
rule it out. Like we said before, this does not warrant a stadium stampede. This is basically Tony Khan doing it's his tradition, which it doesn't need to happen every year. Now you're just forcing it. And the more you force something like this, the less valuable and the less meaningful it's going to be. But it's not my company. It's not my money. It's not my show. So he's going to do what he wants to do. I'll sit here. Jesse will sit here and criticize the shit out of it because it's fucking stupid. And number 2, anybody that gets added to this is going to be irrelevant and of no importance because they haven't been a part of what they're trying to do here. So who is it going to be? They're going to dig up somebody from Jericho's past that makes sense in the Jericho verse? Who's it going to be for the demand? Who even likes them to want to team up with them? I don't get it. I don't really get what's going on here. None of what we saw between Jericho and Ricochet needs a stadium stampede at all.
No, it does not. No.
But they're going to have 13,000 people at Double or Nothing at Louis Armstrong Arena or Stadium, whatever the fuck it's called. So that's what they wanted to do. So that's the reason why you're getting it. Renee interviewed Mina and Harley Cameron about their tag team match. Mina gave Harley a pep talk and then ripped her shirt off, Jesse.
This is the first thing he went to. That was a great segment and a great match, too.
They were all hanging out, man. They were all hanging out.
Did you see Stat out there wearing the black patent leather?
I did.
Great match.
All right. I wipe your chin, man. You fucking drooling over there.
Great match, man.
So yeah, Renee says they're in store for a big fight and then told Harley to go put a shirt on. I don't think anybody wanted to see that happen, but
yeah,
she ran away. Kazuchika Okada, Jesse. This was a international championship eliminator. I think. Or maybe it was a championship match. I don't know, nor do I care. Kazuchika Okada put the title on the line, or maybe not, against the bounty hunter, Jesse. Brian Keith.
Wow. Hey, maybe Jericho's gonna get the bounty hunter and Big Bill.
You know, bro, I wouldn't even be surprised.
At least to be some continuity there, but maybe not, because didn't they kick him out though?
They did.
Yeah, they did. Okay, never mind that. So it might happen. Now that I think so,
it might happen. Yes, it might happen.
Now it might happen. Yeah, really.
So you guys are wondering why this was an international title match, by the way. You guys are wondering, why did Brian Keith get an international championship match against Kazuchika Okada on this episode of Dynamite, episode 344 from North Charleston, South Carolina? Well, the last time that Brian Keith was on Dynamite, you have to go all the way back. All the way back. I'm looking. The last time he was featured, Jesse, on AEW television on Wednesday night or pay-per-view was April of 2025, when he was with Big Bill in the Learning Tree, and he got a tag team title match at Dynasty 2025 against the Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin.
Was it in North Carolina?
It was in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yeah. Since then, he's competed in DPW, GCW. He's made collision appearances, one of which was a $200,000 fatal four-way match. He also competed in JCW, Defy. He wrestled for House of Glory. He wrestled Charles Mason in Chicago. He wrestled on Ring of Honor. Yeah, you were there. He wrestled for Ring of Honor. He wrestled for this place called Freelance Anarchy.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Who gives a fuck? Bro, why? New Texas Pro. He wrestled for them in April. Bro, why was this needed on the show tonight? Why do you think Tony Khan booked this on the show tonight?
The fuck if I know?
Any logical reason? No?
None. Is he from North Carolina? I thought maybe he was from North Carolina.
Let's see where he's from. I could find out. Let's go to cagematch.net. It's Tony Khan's favorite website.
Where is he from?
No, Brian Keith is actually from Houston, Texas.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Did he go to Booker T school?
He was trained by Booker T.
There we go.
There you go.
He's not a bad wrestler. And Booker T cranks out some winners out of his school, man.
Yes, he does. One of them being Zilla Fatu.
There you go. I heard Zilla Fatu has a meet and greet or some kind of personal appearance scheduled for Backlash weekend.
Oh, yeah?
Where Backlash is taking place in Tampa.
Very interesting situation there.
Very, very, very.
Bro, did Brian Keith, the bounty hunter, stand the chance in this match? Did you give him any chance of winning the international title here?
He almost had, bro. I had my money on him. I thought he was going to do it. So close.
He had zero chance of winning the international championship. But Okada throws a great dropkick.
Oh, one of the best in the business.
One of the best in the business, if not the best in the business. Okada wins in 10 minutes. Keith tried to go for his diamond dust. Okada countered, landed a Rainmaker, and that is all she wrote. Maybe this was a match Tony Khan wanted to desperately see when he woke up this morning. He popped out of bed. He was already caffeinated with 4 cups of coffee before he even walked down to his kitchen. He said, I got to book Brian Keith versus Okada. I don't know. Afterwards, Don Callis said, okay, what happened?
Booker T's school also cranked out Athena.
There you go. Booker T knows what he's doing over there.
Yeah, he does, man.
Afterwards, Don Callis said Okada had something important to say. He said he's already had the international title, unlike Takeshita, but he wants more. He said, I'm coming for the AEW World Title, bitch. That's what he said.
Love that.
That's exactly what he said.
Hey. Shut up, bitches.
Love that, man.
Oh, my God.
Fucking hilarious.
We got a vignette on Andrade El Idolo. Nice little vignette here. He's obviously wanting a world championship match. Everybody in the Don Callis family wants the world title.
Yep.
It's good to have dreams and aspirations, you know? Speedball Mike Bailey, he was backstage with Kevin Knight, and he said Kevin Knight's no longer a rising star. He's on the top as a shining bright star. He said he appreciates Darby Allin being a fighting champion. He did say that he'd fight until his body gave out. Tonight, he's going to make that happen. Okay.
All right.
There you go. Backstage.
They were a little close.
They were.
In proximity.
They were.
Like, if I got somebody telling me that, you know, I'm the future and I'm the now and I'm great, thanks, bro. I appreciate that. Can you, like, back up a little bit?
I don't know. Maybe Speedball liked the way Kevin Knight's cologne smelled tonight. I don't know.
Whoa. Wasn't going there. What do you mean? That's crazy. Just back up some.
You know what's crazy, man? Anthony Bowens is now in the ops, man. What do you think of that?
Where's Max Caster?
Who?
That's right. Where is Max? Is he injured?
I don't know.
Where?
I don't know. Maybe he's in the lab writing more raps.
Every time I see Anthony Bowens, my next question is, where is Max Caster?
Bro, my question is Samoa Joe going to be able to find or help find Anthony Bowens' tool?
Ew, man, come on. What? Oh. Man, no. Maybe, but no.
Maybe. I don't know, man. How many tools does he have left, man? Do we know?
I don't know. But do me a favor. I want you to ask Joe that to his face. Please.
I would never in a thousand lifetimes, man.
Please. I'll be right there recording them shits. Here we go. And there he goes. Look at that. He's great. Oh, man.
Do you think Bowens in the ops fits, bro? I look at it 2 weeks now. I don't see him fitting here. He doesn't have the makeup of someone that would be in the ops, you know?
So the problem with Anthony Bowens right now is that he already has the I'm lost in trying to find a gimmick aura all over him, because he was in the Acclaim and all of a sudden he was this enthusiastic, I'm the 5-tool player, but now he's just calm and cool and collective in the ops. It's too much gimmick change. It's not gonna work that way. It's not gonna work that way. Nobody is going to love this gimmick, hate this gimmick, but then love this gimmick. It starts to give off desperation from Anthony Bowens, and it's not a good look, man. Probably his only opportunity at success here is with Max Caster. Where is Max Caster?
I don't know. I don't know what the point of this is. They legitimately, for absolutely no reason, killed the Acclaimed. Killed them. They teased them to get back together. They did that little thing where they were kind of not on the same page, but they kind of wanted to be on the same page. And Jesse, with the rumors of AEW landing the Motor City Machine Guns, and then the New Day are coming in potentially, and AEW ramping up to have one hell of a tag team division, probably better than when we first started AEW 7 years ago with the inclusions of those two teams. They added the Rascals. You got the Hurt Syndicate, Cope and Christian, the Young Bucks. You got who else? You Jet Speed. You got the Don Callis family, the Conglomeration. Bro, there's so many Outrunners. You got so many fucking tag teams in this company.
Yep.
And you got Anthony Bowens away from the one guy he found success with and the one guy he finds comfort in Max Caster. For the Acclaim to not be together now, where this tag team renaissance is all of a sudden becoming a thing again in AEW, bro, it is fucking sad to see them just not doing anything. It's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks. With these guys coming in, Motor City Machine Guns, New Day, potentially. Potentially. I mean, we're speculating here, but it makes sense. It makes sense, especially since the New Day left over money disputes. Who can they pick up a phone and call and say, "Hey, WWE is not paying us enough." AEW, they'll pay you what you want, and they're gonna be worth it. If they come in, the Acclaim needs to be one of those fucking teams that is thrown into this mix of just great tag teams out there. I'm expecting some fantastic tag team wrestling. I don't know why we're not getting it right now. They already have a boatload of fantastic tag teams.
Yeah, they put them all in one match where nobody gave a fuck in the third hour of a fucking 3-hour Dynamite.
Wow. But the thing is, we're gonna get these tag teams in. We're gonna get new tag teams in. The ones that we get, they're gonna be rejuvenated, and all we're gonna get is fantastic matches with no story behind. That's my concern.
That's exactly what we're gonna get. I don't know. I don't know.
That'll be good for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We'll love to see a couple of weeks of the great matches we're gonna get with these new matchups. Fantastic. But after that, we're gonna seriously come back and be like, why are they fighting again? How'd they get a title match so fast? What was the point of this? What's happening here? You're still gonna need story. Signing new people does not exclude you from needing great story. You're just gonna need more story at this point.
Yeah.
You're gonna get the New Day in the same company with FTR and the Bucks, and you're just gonna expect the story to write itself, and that's not how it works. You have to give us some story to link these guys together to make it an epic match.
Well, Samoa Joe, Anthony Bowens, and Shibata, they cut a promo. Joe reiterated his offer to Will Ospreay. He says he knows he is destined for greatness, and he asked how much of him will be left as champion when the Death Riders are finished. He says, with men like them by his side, there will be a lot left of him. Joe says he has Hook off making a movie, and he can position Ospreay to succeed. He says he will extend his hand one more time, and if it's not accepted, he will replace his hand with his fist. Okay.
All right.
So looks like the Ops want to get involved here with Will Ospreay and the Death Riders.
Joe says he's going to try to not be intimidating. Is that possible?
Joe's not going to be intimidating?
Is that possible?
No.
I didn't think it was.
No. Harley Cameron and Mina Shirakawa teamed up here against Shida and Chris Statlander. This went 11 minutes. It was as dull as anything. Nobody gave a fuck. Statlander, you gave a shit for one reason and one reason only. We know why.
I love this match. Great.
So Shida's back on TV, semi-full time here. I know Anna Jay just came back. There were rumblings about Anna Jay that she's on her way out. That was her last appearance on Saturday's Collision against Willow. You know, Camille made her return, Jess. We haven't seen Camille since Dynasty and the pre-show on Dynasty.
Wait, she wasn't on Collision anymore either?
No.
Oh, shit.
No. Gone.
Okay. Season 2?
In and out like the wind. Goodbye.
Okay.
So Shida's out there. Statlander interfered with a running boot. Shida didn't approve of the interference. Excalibur said something along the lines of they aren't on the same page. Shida landed Falcon Arrow for a 3 count while Statlander looked at Shida with this menacing look. Like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? Statlander wouldn't even make eye contact with Shida. Shida was excited, tried to celebrate, and then she turned and left. So we're getting a story here, Jesse, I'm assuming, between Shida and Stat for whatever reason. What's the reason?
I already got my Stat story, and I can't share it with this live audience right now.
Okay.
Nah, I don't know what they're... I mean, they keep going... It's the same thing with Shida. They keep doing this hot, cold thing with Shida, and they just randomly pull her out of obscurity to just interject her into the women's division. I don't understand what's going on. Where's Tekla?
Yeah, there was no Tekla on the show.
Where is Tekla? Where is Julia Hart? Where is Sky Blue? Where's Deonna Purrazzo?
This women's division may be the coldest it's been in years, bro. Honestly.
Yes.
And you got a great women's champion at the top.
Yes. It is not the women's fault. So if there's any dentist out there looking around thinking, up, see, no, it's not the women's fault. It's creators' fault.
Boring. A lot of this is boring. The women's stuff on Dynamite is just as bad as Friday Night SmackDown. Honestly. They went backstage with Prince Nana and Swerve Strickland. Swerve says he is going after real power, which means deciding who eats with fear and control. He says there is nothing more dangerous than a man who desires power, and I want it all. In the meantime, Jesse had a poster of Bandito, which he crumbled up. He's got a problem with Bandito. He wants Bandito at Double or Nothing. Going to be a great match. Should be a fantastic match. Bandito and Swerve are great wrestlers. But the question that I have here is, why is it happening? What is the reason for this match happening when they have nothing to do with each other?
So I was just wondering, like, what did Bandito do to him?
Swerve hasn't been on television since Dynasty. What did Bandito do to Swerve Strickland? I'm going to assume that Swerve beat Brody King, and now he's going after his ex-partner, who he's had nothing to do with in months.
What happened when Swerve left? Who was he feuding with then?
He was feuding with Brody King, who's the most dangerous man at AEW.
He doesn't want Brody King back. Now he wants to go.
Well, Brody got a championship match, bro. He won 7 matches, lost to Darby. Now he's in the back of the line again.
Back in the line again. There you go. It makes more sense to just put him back with Brody first, though, right?
I don't know.
No?
Well, Renee interviewed Brody King and Bandito backstage. She asked about Swerve calling him out. Bandito says he's the most wanted and he's easy to find. Brody says it's one thing to mess with him, but if you mess with his friends, there will be hell to pay. Man, that's some great storytelling, man. Oh my goodness. That's Academy Award winning stuff right there, bro.
Wow.
Oh my God, man.
Chris Haley in the chat says, "Where's Mercedes, bro? He trying to get banned? What are you doing here, bro?
Where's Mercedes? I don't know, man. Soon.
What? No, don't say that.
Tekla's days are numbered, bro.
No, bro. Let me tell you something. Mercedes come back and beats Tekla for that title, bro. Dude.
Expiration date, all in, bro. Tekla's finished.
No, my
Mercedes
God.
is going to be a back-to-back Owen Hart Cup Memorial winner, and she's going to be #1 contender.
Ooh. Where's Tony Storm? Tony Storm has a 9-month injury.
I don't know where Tony Storm
is. She'll be good about 9-10 months or so. She'll be fine.
Main event. No, we don't know.
We don't. I'm kidding. We don't know anything.
She legitimately may be injured. We don't know.
Right.
Main event. Thank God. Darby Allin versus Kevin Knight. AEW World Championship match. Open challenge, by the way. It's not really called an open challenge, but that's what it really is. It's an open challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So we got the bell ringing at 9:48 p.m. This obviously went overrun because we got a third hour, which they labeled collision. So we go and pick it up after the break here. Darby dove through the ropes and tackled Kevin Knight. Knight came back with a flying springboard clothesline on Darby on the announce desk, which looked very impressive. That was a great spot. Both were slow to get up. Knight stood up first. He threw Darby into the ring to avoid a double countout. Darby came back, immediately applied a scorpion deathlock. Knight grabbed the bottom rope to break the deathlock. Darby quickly climbed to the top rope and then landed a leaping coffin drop, but Kevin Knight lifted his knees. But Kevin Knight, in the process, clutched his knee. So the coffin drop, though blocked, Kevin Knight had a bum knee now, so he sold the knee. Knight hung Darby upside down in the corner. He then landed a coast-to-coast drop kick. And everybody thought it was over here. Excalibur was screaming that we had a new champion on the horizon. Knight followed up with a UFO splash, but when he came down again, the knee was the issue. He clutched his knee. Darby kicked out of it too because Kevin Knight was slow to make the cover off the UFO splash. Kevin Knight climbed to the second rope. Darby rolls away. Knight went after him. Darby put a submission on Kevin Knight, a front guillotine. Knight's arm didn't go limp yet. Darby dropped the hold and landed a coffin drop as Kevin Knight was abdomen first on the top rope. He then landed a second coffin drop normal for a 1, 2, 3. Tony Schiavone, like the shilly is, called this one a classic. It was not a classic. It was a basic television main event that Tony Schiavone screamed and exclaimed it was a classic because I'm sure Tony Khan was in his ear saying, say it's a classic, say it's a classic.
It was a good match.
It was a good match.
It was a good match. Nothing wrong with it.
Classic? No.
Yeah, it's nothing to make it exceptional. It was an above average match. It was good. It was fine.
So we got Darby retaining the World Championship. He beats Kevin Knight. And then post-match, Sting comes out to the ring to celebrate with Darby Allin. They switch over to the Collision portion of the show because it just can't continue to run on. They got to stop it, go black, and then welcome us back to Collision all of a sudden. Sting
on HBO, you have to close out the stream and go find Collision. It doesn't stay.
Do you really?
Yeah, you have to. So Dynamite just goes straight fade to black, says the program has ended. You have to back out, go look for Collision, and then click on it to go up. It doesn't just go continuously go. It have to separate it on the app.
Wow, that's terrible.
Yep.
That's a terrible viewing experience right there. I didn't know that.
Yep.
So Sting is out there. Sting raised Darby's hand. He shook Knight's hand. Allin showed respect as well. Sting gave Allin the ring to himself, but the music of MJF hits the PA and he walks out to the stage with a microphone. MJF doesn't know what's worse, that he has to be in the Carolinas or that Darby Allin's reign of terror is continuing. MJF said, no one wants to see this continue. Enough is enough, kid. It's been cute, so it's time to give him his rematch. I agree. Nobody wants to see this continue. Allin said MJF will have to put something on the line, so MJF said, fine. I'll put my beautiful scarf on the line. Darby Allin said no. MJF said, all right, I'll put my Dynamite diamond ring on the line. Darby Allin said no. Darby Allin said no after that, and MJF got a little frustrated. He said, all right, I'm going to put $1 million on the line. Darby Allin said, I used to be homeless under a bridge. Your money is no good here. So he said no.
What do you mean? I need that money.
I would have took $1 million.
I took $1 million.
You
I
kidding?
used to live under a bridge. Fuck that.
So what Darby Allin's basically telling everybody is that he's a fucking idiot. That's what he's telling
Really?
He's telling everybody.
That's all the reason to take the money, Darby.
You're offering me $1 million. I'll take it, man. Where's the contract? Tony, let's draft up a contract, man. Let's get it done tonight.
The right answer to get rid of that one would have been AEW already pays me well. I don't need your fucking money. What else you get?
I don't know.
That'd have been fine. I don't need a whole bunch. They pay me fine. I'm good. Not. I used to be broke. That is the more reason to take the money, Darby.
Yeah.
Take the money.
So he said no to $1 million. MJF said, everyone has a price. What do you want? Allin says he wants what MJF holds most dear to him. Something he flew to Turkey to get sewed on his head. He wants MJF's hair. Allin calls MJF a vain piece of shit and demands his hair. MJF yelled at Darby Allin to be reasonable. Allin said next week, contract signing, title versus hair. And if MJF doesn't show up, he's never getting a title match. Allin asked what MJF says, but MJF drops the mic and storms off. We waited 4 weeks for MJF's hair to be on the line for a return match against Darby Allin.
What I don't appreciate is cutting the show off at the top of the hour and you continuing to cover this shit. This happened on Collision.
Bro, this is a normal overrun for Dynamite. They usually go 15 minutes over.
Ooh, fair. But
Yeah.
not for me. I had to cut the stream off.
I know. After MJF walks away, Okada hits the ring, and then he says, I want you next week for the world title. Darby Allin said, it's on, bitch.
Bitch.
We got Okada and Darby Allin next week. Another open challenge. We go backstage. Will Ospreay and Doc Samson were there. Apparently, Will Ospreay, Jesse, said he wasn't cleared with Jon Moxley. He told Jon Moxley wasn't cleared, so he went to Japan anyway and won the never open weight trios championships.
When did this happen?
This happened on Collision.
No, when did? God damn it! Never. Okay, Dynamite has ended.
Will
God damn
Ospreay is now cleared. Apparently, Doc Samson said, well, he didn't cause himself any more harm. And whatever he's doing, he actually came back and was a little bit more positive. Okay, great. Ospreay told Renee that he'll never be a Death Rider, but he needs to do what's necessary in order to get where he needs to be. Well, maybe you should give me a fucking reason why you've accepted their offer. How about you start there? The rest of the show looks like this. We're not going to go everything. We're going to get to the super chats. Speedball Mike Bailey, Jesse, he defeated AR Fox. Any thoughts?
Where's AR Fox been? I thought he was the future too.
I don't know.
Or was his future cut short for Kevin Knight's future? It can only be one future. Who's the future?
I don't know. Jamie Hayter beat Sky Blue, bro.
Jamie Hayter is, oh my God. Sky Blue was there. Oh,
Post-match, Tekla and Julia Hart applauded from the crowd, so Hayter picked up Blue and hit Haterade using Blue as bait, but Tekla and Hart did not.
Tekla was on the show.
Tekla, Jesse, was on the show, yes. Tekla.
And they put her in the third hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Roosh beat Manny Lowe, bro. Any thoughts?
Not Manny.
Manny Lowe, yeah.
How did he beat Manny Lowe? What?
Why are we getting Roosh in squash matches, bro? What's going on there?
Manny Lowe squashed Roosh? That's crazy talk, bro.
Roosh squashed Manny Lowe, bro. 20 seconds.
Get dumb.
Future AEW Hall of Famer Manny Lowe, bro.
Manny Lowe. Man. They squashed Manny Lowe.
And the main event, Bang Bang Gang and the Young Bucks defeated the Death Riders and the Dogs when Austin pinned Yuta.
No Manny Lowe run in?
No Manny Lowe, bro. No Manny Lowe.
Okay.
AEW Collision looks like this. They're labeling it Fairway to Hell. Apparently it's happening on an indoor golf course. This is true. Darby Allin versus Pac for the AEW. Oh, he's wrestling for the AEW World Championship. Now, Pac, look at that.
Wait, go back to the golf course thing. What is happening here?
Collision is taking place on an indoor golf course, and they're labeling it Fairway to Hell Collision.
All right.
So Darby Allin's defending the AEW World Title against Pac. Jack Perry versus Mark Davis. That'll be for the national title. And the Divine Dominion, Jesse, will be in action against Jobbers. And then Dynamite next week, Darby Allin will defend against Kazuchika Okada, the Young Bucks, Orange Cassidy, Adam Copeland, and Christian Cage versus FTR, Tommaso Ciampa, and the Dogs.
I'm not going to lie. A Kazuchika Okada versus Darby Allin match slightly intrigues me. I wish it wasn't such a throwaway match. I wish they had an actual legitimate build and a feud. I genuinely do.
I have to know. You know what I'm more interested in, bro? How's your golf game? You a fan of golf?
Ooh, no.
I like miniature golf. You like miniature golf?
African American.
So what does that mean? What
That means that's a you people thing, bro.
What are you talking about, bro? One of the greatest, the greatest golfer of all time, in Tiger Woods. What are you talking about?
You mean the drunk car flipper? He's Asian. He's not black. I like mini golf. I do. I like mini golf. But outside of that, that's fine.
Oh my God, this show sucked. I don't care what anybody says, man. This show sucked. What is there to genuinely sink your teeth into here? I feel like we just repeat ourselves every week, man.
Basically, yeah.
It's awful. Oh my God, man. We're going to get through your super chats. It looks like it's going to be a quick night. I want to thank you guys first and foremost for being with us here on a Wednesday night. I'm going to check to see if the Solid Monster is still live. He is not. He tapped
Hey,
out. He tapped out at 1 hour and 5 minutes. Oh, my goodness. He ended 35 minutes ago.
They race
If Salamonster's going
That's right. That's
1
right.
hour and 5 minutes, man, what does that tell you about the show?
That's right. We did draft Tiger Woods back. Fuck. Damn.
Oh my God, man.
We tried to steal Eminem. We couldn't. Shit.
Tonight we're sponsored by Mars Men. Let me get this straight. MJF wants an AEW World Title rematch, and Darby's response is sure, but only if you put your hair on the line. That's where we're at right now. Not rankings, not wins and losses, not earning a title shot because he's got an open challenge every week. We're out here negotiating shampoo commercials for championship opportunities. You believe that? I swear, every week in wrestling, it feels like somebody's spun a wheel backstage and said, all right, guys, what kind of nonsense are we doing tonight, man? But honestly, that kind of chaos reminds me of how a lot of guys start feeling as they get older. You wake up and one day your energy's all over the place. Focus isn't the same. Recovery takes longer. You hit the gym and you feel like you just wrestled a 60-minute Broadway with Kazuchika Okada. And all you did was leg day. And the frustrating part is you're still doing the same things you always did. Your body just doesn't respond the same way. It's actually what got me into looking into Mars Men. What I like about it is it's designed to support your body naturally without all the crazy stuff guys get scared off by. No needles, no synthetic hormones, no dependency, just real ingredients. Things designed to support healthy testosterone levels, energy, focus, stamina, and recovery. And for me, it's not some giant overnight transformation. It's consistency. And that consistency is what really takes you through everything. Why do you think I'm so successful? Why do you think Jesse is getting more and more consistent with his content? Because the more you're consistent, the more results you're going to see. No doubt about it. Better workouts, more steady energy throughout the day, better focus when I'm working, less feeling like I need a 10 count just to make it through the afternoon. And unlike putting your hair on the line for a wrestling title shot, this actually makes sense. It's made in the USA, third-party tested, and they even offer a 90-day money-back guarantee, so there's really no risk in trying it. Now listen up, this is the important part. For a limited time, our listeners tonight get 50% off for life, plus free shipping and 3 free gifts at mengotomars.com. That's mengotomars.com for 50% off and 3 free gifts when you check out. And it's also available on Amazon. After you purchase, they will ask you where you heard about them, so please support our show and tell them that JD from New York, right here on Off the Script, sent you. Thank you guys very much for all of your support. We're going to get into these super chats and get the hell out of here. Michael Krause with a $2 super chat. JD, Jesse, OTS, AEW, hope all is well. Let's go. Yeah. Thank you, Michael. Caden with a $1.99. No message. MGM Ballin with a 53 months. Why are Stat and Harley on opposing sides now? I thought they were friends. Also, let's go Knicks. You know, that is a very good point, Jesse. Remember when Stat was the world champion and Willow and Harley, they were all together. They were friends, back together again. Man, what happened? Any explanation?
Don't get me started with Stat and changing alliances and just changing direction without explanation. No idea.
No idea.
But she looked great today.
She did.
Looked great.
So did Harley.
So did Harley.
Very good question, Ballin. I don't know. Jesse doesn't know.
No clue, man.
Tribal Chief with 33 months. JD, Jesse, I want to say thank you for helping me get through chemo every Wednesday, knowing I'd be watching you after got me through. Thank you, and God bless OTS, pal. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. I hope you are doing incredible, Tribal Chief.
For sure.
Michael,
Hey, we're gonna play some D1.
No.
What?
No.
Come on, man.
I miss Destiny 2, man. I don't know what happened. Triple M, I miss Destiny 2, bro. Nothing's hitting right now. Arc Raiders is boring. Call of Duty's boring. Destiny's fucking dead. How many people are playing Destiny right now? 1,000?
Like nobody. There's a lot. There's actually I saw so there's actually a lot playing. compared to other games. There are plenty of games that wish they had the dead audience that Destiny has, but it's for their numbers, it's still low.
I hope Destiny 2 comes back with something big, man. I doubt it, but it might be over, bro. The party may be over.
Let's play some D1, man. Come on.
I don't want to go back to D1. To do what? What are people doing over there?
Parading.
For what?
I don't know.
Bro, I got like 100,000 kills with my Fate Bringer on D1, man. That's the only gun I ever used. The fuck do I need anything else for? I got my Fate Bringer and I got my Vex Mythic class. What else do I need?
I don't think I have one. I don't have a D1 Vex. So there you go.
Everyone's playing Warframe. JD, it has like 9K on Steam every day. Destiny 2 still has 9K on Steam. Man, what is Bungie thinking, man, when Marathon is barely over 10,000 and Destiny 2 still has 9,000 on Steam?
That's just on Steam. That's just on Steam too.
Yeah.
It's not even including consoles.
I don't know, man. I need a new game, man. I need something that's gonna keep my interest for fucking more than 2 weeks. Seriously.
Forza Horizon 6 in 9 days. Forza Horizon 6 does not apply to me because I have a PS5 and Forza Horizon 6 is coming to Xbox first.
Michael Krause with the $2 super chat. Boring. Yes, Triple M. $5 super chat and a $2 super chat. I'm gonna read your $2 super chat, bro, because you said you messed up. Like Doc says, ringa, ringa, linga, linga, ding. Yes, I watch. He doesn't play Crimson Desert anymore. He's now on Apex. I don't know why. A lot of great names in the chat. VIP gang up. Like the stream, subscribe, and turn on notifications. I agree. David Rice with a $10 super chat. Jesse was more interested in my new kitten and my automatic litter box than this show. The main event was fantastic, though. Bro, you know, I've been looking at those automatic litter boxes, man. I've been looking at one from Petly Bro. This brand called Petly Bro. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I usually hear some stories about how the automatic part, cats get stuck in there and it could really harm them and hurt them. I don't know, man. I've been very hesitant about that.
David Rice has one with built-in AI and cameras.
Really?
Yeah.
Those things are fucking expensive, man.
Yeah. He said it was, I mean, I know there was one like of upwards of like $700.
Wow.
But he said he got one that was less expensive than that, and it had AI and everything else, and cameras and all this other shit. But that's crazy work. Bro.
I messed up the pun. I wish you read the $5 one. I did read the $5 one, bro. Like the stream, subscribe, turn on notifications. Like Doc says, ringa, 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 ding. Love you guys. Ring-a-ling-a-ling-a ding. Love Doc. Brandon with a $5 super chat. Why is Darby having all these title matches? Why Swerve fell from going for the AEW World Title to the Ring of Honor title? What is the story with Will and the Death Riders and the Op? Bro, I have no fucking clue. I can't tell you anything. I don't know.
Yeah.
Omega Con with a 50 months, just checking in. Quick life update. Lost 20 pounds so far this year. My music business is taking off. I only watch Roman and Jacob. Good to see you guys. That's great news, bro.
What's up, man? There we go.
That's great news. I've been trying to get my steps in, man. The last week I was trying to really be consistent with it, bro. I think, just to give you guys a gauge, Thursday I did 18,000 steps. Friday I did 22. Saturday I did 23,000 in one day.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's
I was on vacation, mind you. We did a lot of walking.
that's up. That's what I did when I was in New York with you guys. Me and FOMO walked all around fucking Manhattan, man. We did about fucking 20,000 steps.
Yeah.
We walked every fucking way.
Oh, man. Good for you, brother. Omega Kong, happy to see you, man. Fast Eddie, $4.99. Rest in peace, Ted Turner, the greatest owner of the greatest baseball team of my childhood. Go Braves. Let's go win this one for the Ted. Yes. Well, listen, I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist here, but the last time they won the World Series, Hank Aaron had passed. Maybe they win the World Series for Ted Turner this year. We'll see. Don Stoney with a 2. Pick one, Avery or Glavin, Maddox or Smoltz. Ooh, I'm going Greg Maddox all the way. My favorite pitcher. Smoltz is right behind him, though. Glavin was so iffy, man. Glavin was on most of the time, but he was always so iffy. He was a lefty, though, so he was good. Tony Brown with a $4.99. JD Jesse, yes, I'm old, but I would nurse on Harley's lovely 38 double Ds all night. Oh, my goodness.
My God. How could you, Tony Brown? How could you objectify those women in AEW that way, Tony Brown? That's terrible.
My God, Tony Brown, we love you, bro. Don Stoney with a $5 super chat. JD Jesse, how did you two hook up to do Wednesday night together? Always appreciate the time, Stoney. Man, we've been at this for 7 years.
It's been 7 years.
7 years, man.
Oh, my God.
It's crazy. Phil with a 53 months. Underwhelming to say the least. Hair? That's what Darby wants? Someone pinch me. I must be asleep. Darby was going to lose the title anyway, but my God. Yeah. Yeah. It's just stupid. Don Stoney with a $5 super chat. Shout out to my guys, Rams fan and Jeff Uso, holding it down on that Soup and Friendos podcast. Shout out to the Soup Boys and the Don Tony family. Thank you, Don Stoney. Vincent Moore with a 5. Rest in peace, Ted Turner. Thanks for the childhood memories. An Atlanta legend. Charles with a $5 super chat. MJF losing the title during the playoffs is a pure Hogan move. He'll win it back. The viewership will go up, and he's back as the draw. Yeah. Yeah, it's a suitable, feasible explanation, bro. That's why I said it. Don Stoney with a 5. Shout out to Don Tony, Wrestling Soup, and Spitball Media. And as always, rest in peace, Kevin Castle. As always, love those guys, man. Thank you, Don Stoney. And thank you guys very much for all the support, man. We're going to wrap it up here. Again, thank you for joining us here on this very dull Wednesday night. I wish it was more exciting for you guys. I wish there was something more for us to sink our teeth into. There's just a void. There's a void of excitement missing, man. You know, it's just very noticeable. And I wish it was different. When Jason's going only an hour on Wednesday night, you know it's fucking bad. And I mean that wholeheartedly. Like, we stretch it out to do what we do because I want to entertain everybody. I want to give people their money's worth. But man, we used to go 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 45 minutes because we were excited to talk about this shit. We can't do it no more. You know, it's not good out here. Well, and that goes for WWE too. Wrestling is not in a good place right now. It's not.
No. Did you see David Rice's second?
Yeah. He says, there he is. Petley Bro, $9.99. I have the Petley Bro automatic litter box. It's fantastic. It was about $5.80. It's great with safety features. David, I will definitely look into that, man. I was looking for something.
Man, he's got a lot of cats too.
Yeah, I got to look into that. Thank you, David Rice. I appreciate that, brother. I will definitely look into that. All right, guys, I'm getting out of here. Jesse, you want to add anything before I fire up the Dark Horse?
I do not. Well, I do. Again, if you have not joined my channel, do so. I am on a week-long streaming binge. I've streamed yesterday. I streamed Monday. I'm streaming tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday, all the way up to Backlash. Join me.
There you go. I will be live on Friday. If there's any news for you guys, you'll see me in the sub boxes tomorrow. I'll be live on Friday night for SmackDown. And then Saturday, we got Backlash. Not much going on there either. Roman versus Jacob Fatu, though, in the main event. We'll talk about it Saturday night. Until then, guys, I will see you right back here with more on Off the Script. We got a big week coming up, and I'll see you this weekend for Backlash. I'll see you guys later.